Hey guys, and welcome to another Saturday Mega Wellness. I am Del with the Mega Sports. I hope you guys are ready for a great weekend. We've got a lot happening in our stores, and we've got a lot happening on our weekly live Facebook show happening right now. So I want to thank you guys for joining us. Or if you're watching us a little later in the day or later in the week, that's okay too. We have these recorded and placed on our YouTube channel and, of course, on our Facebook video page for you to use and watch anytime you'd like. But to be really specific, what's happening right now this weekend, let's talk about what is happening with our Omega News. I'm going to jump into Omega News and then I'll talk about who's on the show because we've got some great guests today. But real quick, for Omega News, if you've gotten your email this week and you've gotten it today, you know that this weekend you can take $20 off of $90 in stores and online on your entire purchase. So definitely check out our MegaFlex coupon. That is our most popular MegaFlex coupon that we have. A lot of folks take advantage of that, especially when they're looking for a particular shoe that happens to be on sale, because yes, sales and clearance shoes or sales and clearance items in store or online do count towards a MegaFlex coupon. There are exclusions, so make sure that you do check out our exclusions, but this is one of those great MegaFlex offers that a lot of folks take advantage of, and I believe this weekend is the last time frame for this particular coupon. So make sure you take advantage of it. Check your emails. In the email today, I want to just do a quick spotlight on the new arrivals that have come both in stores and online. You guys know online we've got a lot more to offer. Lots of colors and lots of styles and lots of sizes that, of course, any of our Active Play experts in our neighborhood sports store can actually help you with, whether it's in the stores or online. So make sure that you take advantage of that. But today, the spotlight that we had was on the Fresh Foam 860B11. So this is not new to us. We've been talking about this for the last month when they started to arrive in our stores and online. But I wanted to let you know that we now have more colors. So New Balance released a particular, I think it was like a black color version, kind of all black, 860B11. And now we've got some fun new colors that are available for you guys to check out online at omegasports.com. So definitely check out what's happening with the Fresh Foam 860B11. If you have not tried it, go to your neighborhood sports store, try it on. I know that this is one that our Active Play experts have been talking about that is super comfortable, and a lot of runners have been falling in love with this shoe, either a previous fan or making new fans with the Fresh Foam 860B11. So make sure you check out our website and check out your email for all the details and kind of the spotlight information that we put on there. And then, of course, today we've got a great show. We're going to be spending some time with our market leader and head of apparel, Cleo Faucette. She's joining us today. She's going to be helping folks get ready and get geared up for cooler weather. Today I woke up, it was a little bit cooler than normal, which I actually happen to love. So we talked to Cleo as the head of apparel. She's been bringing in new and fresh, exciting fall-ish apparel. And then, of course, we've got winter coming pretty soon. But she's going to talk to us about things that you need to consider, things that are in the stores, and what brands you definitely want to be checking out at Omega Sports this season. So we're happy to have Cleo join us. She's also going to be talking about her new women's only podcast. That's right, Omega Sports is launching a women's only podcast that's going to be hosted by Cleo. And I think we're going to have a sneak preview of her first show. This has been a fun week. We've been in the studio, in production on the podcast. So it's going to be really exciting that the podcast actually launches in October. So we're getting a sneak preview today from Cleo. And then, of course, we always have a great wellness segment, or what we call a wellness share, from our premium partner, Dr. Sankey from TrueMotion. He's going to be talking about IT band syndrome. And today he's actually going to take us through an exercise with foam rolling on how to kind of work out with a foam roller when you have IT band syndrome. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm going to call this my Insta fave today. So let's jump into Dr. Sankey with TrueMotion Therapy. He is Charlotte Chiropractor that we love. Let's talk about how we can work out those IT band syndromes, which of course a lot of runners deal with when there's a lot of overuse or perhaps weakness in the core or the hips and joints. All right. Well, Dr. Sankey was rocking out today. So, yeah, I like the music track there, Dr. Sankey. So that was a little bit of a trickaroo. Dr. Sankey obviously is making the point that it's better to go ahead and stretch those muscles out to do some actual mobility work versus just relying on that foam roller. Of course, we love foam rolling. We are huge advocates of that. But when you are really trying to work out an injury, we appreciate that Dr. Sankey, as a wellness expert and a doctor, and a expert in his field, is reminding folks that it's really about strengthening those muscles and really stretching them out and having that mobility so that way you can really work through the problem. But of course, if you have a lot of pain and you're dealing with a lot, that's where we would encourage you to seek out a professional like Dr. Sankey. Of course, if you are in the South Charlotte market, all of his information was there. You can go to truemotiontherapy.com, or you can follow him on Instagram at truemotiontherapy. He's got a lot of great content. He's one of our favorite mega wellness shares every single week, and of course, an Insta fave. So definitely check that out. But again, just a quick rockin' note from Dr. Sankey on don't rely on just foam rolling. Do the work, get the mobility back into working out that IT band syndrome, and that'll help you with your runs and kind of staying active and more mobile. So thank you, Dr. Sankey. All right, well, now let's jump into, as people are staying active and they're getting out there and they're running and the weather continues to keep dropping, and the fact that we've got, soon we're going to have less light. We're going to have sun going down a lot sooner pretty soon. So let's get ready for that. We've asked our head of apparel, Cleo Faucette, to join us. She actually recorded with us earlier to talk a little bit more about what you can expect from apparel and running gear in our stores and online. And of course, we've got a sneak preview of her new upcoming women's only podcast. All right. Well, Cleo, good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Dale. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you've been on the show before, but I want to do a proper introduction. So, Cleo Faucette, you are our market leader in the Greensboro area, but you also are our head of apparel.
Yes, that's correct.
So
I like the market leader part. So much fun talking to people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're in the stores, you're working with customers. Of course, I hear and get messages, and I know the CEO gets messages all the time about Cleo, Cleo, Cleo. When we're on social media, people are like, Cleo, Cleo, Cleo.
I paid them, you know that, right?
Yeah. Of course. But even more importantly, you taking on, a new role at Omega. You've obviously been in the stores. You understand what customers are looking for. Of course,
Yes.
You also have a degree in fashion. You have an MBA. We are super excited to have you take on our head of apparel for the whole company, not just Greensboro.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Yeah, so now, Cleo, today what we want to talk about is, it's getting a little cooler in temperatures.
Yes.
And it's getting a little darker. Soon will start getting really dark pretty early. So we wanted to just help customers understand, number one, we've got some new things that people will find in the stores. We're starting to get into our fall, winter-ish apparel.
That's correct. Yes. We've got some great stuff. We try to remind runners, athletes, anyone who's going to be doing anything outside to try to remember certain things. One of the things to keep in mind is to be reflective, because it's going to be dark around 5:15 most times. And as much as you think people see you, they do not. So staying reflective. In our Brooks visibility shop, we'll get a lot of that stuff in that has that like 3M reflectivity to it. And it makes a huge difference when people can see you when you're outside exercising.
Yeah, if it's getting darker, obviously you can do the old classic way of just making sure you're not wearing dark running gear.
Right. Yes.
So obviously shop for brighter, lighter colors.
Yeah, we like to call it stay lit.
Yeah. And then there are opportunities where there's reflectiveness on a lot of our apparel and accessories. I'm wearing you actually selected this hat for me, this running hat, which is super light and comfortable. And of course, yesterday, if it was raining, obviously it kept the rain off my vision, or it blocked my vision. And of course, it kept my wet hair out of my face. But this, where is it at? There we go.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm pointing to. There we go. This little emblem or logo here is reflective. So there are little elements in a lot of the clothing and accessories that are out there that, of course, our active play experts can help discover and find for folks coming in there.
That's correct. And not just in your apparel, but like you said, it's going to be in your hat. People like to run with like a running water bottle. a lot of those things that they sit in have reflective properties as well. So the smallest reflective item can make you shine like new money when you're out there in the dark and someone's hit light hits it. So it makes a big difference.
Shine like new money.
New money.
I love it. I love it. Well, and then of course, some things to remember is that, people may assume as it gets cooler that they now need to start running with heavier gear, but that's not necessarily true. No, we do have lightweight jackets, lightweight materials that will keep you warm, but still breathe while you're staying active.
That's right. Like brands, so Charlotte Chiropractor, we're bringing in her new stuff, and that stuff is going to be light. It's going to be breathable, and it's also going to keep you warm. We still have a few pieces that we have for Nike and Under Armour, Columbia, North Face. All of those guys have pieces that are used for you to be active outside. Sometimes when you layer on too much, not only does it add weight, but also traps your heat too much. So that's why you try to get something that is breathable and warm. So it's kind of a twofold piece of material. So that's things that we can help you with in the stores.
Yeah, and speaking of twofers, I know a lot of our brands like On and Brooks are putting out jackets that are lightweight that not only do you start your activity, but if you do happen to get hot, you can take that off. And then I know it kind of folds into itself into a nice little baggie. You can just kind of pouch that you can just wear easily.
Yep, easy. And it doesn't. I've tried it. I've taken my jacket off and still during the run was able to tuck it in, snap it right around my waist and keep going. So it's so easy these days to get out there and run and be in the proper apparel to do so. So
and then I know you want to note on making sure that even though it's cooler outside, it does not mean that you shouldn't stay as hydrated.
Yeah, that's a misconception that people think, well, if it's really hot, I have to make sure I'm hydrated. But no matter what you're doing and what temperatures, hydration and fueling yourself is important because regardless of what the temperature is, your body is still working. So it's going to need all the hydration and the fueling just to make you work more efficiently. So keep that in mind.
To jump into because you've got a new podcast show that we're going to talk about where a lot of this information is going to be discussed. But I also just want to do a quick shout out. So the brands that that people are excited about, you want to name some of them? I know we talked about On Running, right?
On Running.
Brooks, of course, everybody's favorites. We've got some Under Armour cold gear and some Under Armour.
Yep. We also have Kari Tra that's coming in. She's got some great pieces. Columbia's released a lot of new silhouettes. North Face, a lot of new silhouettes and pieces and colors. So we're excited for all of that stuff to come in. I do enjoy summer, but fall is my favorite time of the year. Getting cool, crisp air in the mornings and in the evenings when you're out. Pumpkin spice, who doesn't love that? So just all of these things together, it makes it the perfect storm for getting out there and enjoying the elements. So.
Absolutely. If folks were wanting to get active, but then the heat was kind of a barrier, now it's the time to get out there. And of course, we can gear people from head to toe.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. On has socks that are fantastic. Everyone in the world that knows me knows that Features is my all-time favorite sock. But On makes a great sock because they have the colors to kind of go back to the pieces that they released for that season. So, and everyone who knows me knows I have an affinity for matching everything. So that's why I like to match my On socks with my On apparel. So it's a bad habit I like to have.
We'll have to get some of those classic Cleo looks put up on social media.
Oh God, yes, and there's quite a few, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So Cleo, I want to talk about your new Mega Sports Women's Only podcast. Obviously, that's something we've been teasing out for a while. We are now fully in production. I want to go ahead and pause right now and give people a quick sneak preview of the actual podcast, and then we're going to come back and talk about how excited you are to be releasing this new show.
Okay, sounds good. I got to tell you, that new Wave Rider is fantastic. Oh my gosh, the knit, I feel like a junkie. It feels so great. Natalie is a big fan of the 860. She keeps telling me that you gotta
try it. I tell everybody. I'm telling you. A lady came in for an 8-track insole, and I was like, but you could just get this New Balance 860 and try it on. And she walked away with a New Balance. Like, it's a great shoe.
Yes, that one, the On Cloud, of course. Everybody's wearing the On Cloud right now.
Great, yeah. And we should say, like, that is the On, like the Cloud Flow, Cloud X are great if you're doing those HIIT exercises.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that was a quick sneak preview of an upcoming episode on our Omega Sports Women's Only podcast, of course, hosted by our wonderful Cleo Faucette, who is our market leader and our head of apparel, and now our Women's Only podcast host. So I'm adding more titles to you, Cleo.
I don't know. I think Queen should be next.
Okay, well, let's make that happen.
No,
all right.
I don't want that title. I'm good with this. Everything is great. But the podcast is going to be so fun. We had a great time filming the first one. I tried to answer some of those questions, help you navigate through some of the areas where sometimes you feel like you don't know. So we're excited to do that.
This episode that we just got a sneak preview on, those were addressing common questions that women come to Omega Sports and they either are asking up front or through the conversation with our active play experts, we're discovering that these are questions that still need to be answered. So I want to thank you. And of course, you were with your sidekick there, Natalie.
Yes, my girl. I can't wait.
If anyone shopping in Greensboro, you know the dynamic duo of Cleo and Natalie.
That's us. Love her to death. Couldn't do it without her.
And of course, she's had lots of success with the Mega. She's been promoted as well.
Yes.
So we're happy to see her continue to thrive. And she is one of our female leaders in our company. I mean, she has really stepped up, and her leadership role is very important to our overall success at the company.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
What are some common themes that you're hearing when women are shopping when it comes to buying footwear?
One thing that women think about is their size. If I wear this particular size in my dress shoe, do I need to buy that same size for my athletic shoe? So that is probably one of the top 3 questions that we get. That's right. Fit is important. And many times we'll just so that you see where we're coming from, we'll either encourage you to let us do a gait analysis on you, with one of our machines, and also let you try different sizes just to make sure that you don't, because it can cause an injury, and it can also cause you not to want to work out. So both of those things, which you were trying to do, you can't do either of them because you're not sized and you're not fit properly.
That's a good point. And I know that, as you said, a lot of women come in with that in mind, that they only have a particular size they're interested in. Now, I know that wide sizes become a question. And I know in the podcast when we were recording it, we talked about some women will just opt to go to a men's size if they need some extra room. And you're saying that's okay, but definitely get fitted, because there very well may be a wide size available that we just need to maybe do a special order or something for.
That's absolutely true. Yes, there are always options. We would rather show you options and get the proper fit than let you leave with something that isn't going to support your foot, isn't going to give your foot enough room. So we try to open up all the avenues for you so that you can see that just because we don't have a wide doesn't mean you can't have the shoe. We can either special order it for you, or we'll take a look at the men's side, scale you back down a size, and put you in something that's going to be wider across the toe.
What I hear and what I want to kind of tee up, if you will, for the podcast, because I know for you, empowering women is really the focus for the podcast. Yes. What I hear you saying, even when it comes to sizing, is that women, you don't have to settle. You don't have to just go with this only because, you don't know that there's another option, or you don't want to ask another question. Really trust your active play expert. Come to Omega Sports, your neighborhood sports store, and allow that to happen, because we don't want you to settle. Because if you settle, you very well may be settling for injury. You may be settling for that goal that you set. You may not achieve it because it's just not comfortable.
That's right. We want you to be excited for whatever goal you set for yourself when it comes to your exercise. So when you get a good shoe, it fits well, it feels nice, you're so excited to go out there and achieve the goal that you set for yourself. So that's the thing that we keep in mind. And that is what makes working for Omega and helping our customers, that excites us, because we're helping you get to a goal that you set for yourself. So that's why it's important to us.
Absolutely. And of course, we're talking running shoes, but that is head to toe. I know some upcoming topics are how to choose the right bra.
That's right.
So athletic athletic needs when it comes to, the proper short length and, that ever elusive perfect height that every woman apparently is searching for, as you've told
Yes.
me.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely the truth. And when I shop in our stores for my own athletic apparel, I do like to, it feels nice. I need to look good and I need to make sure that my shoes feel well. If my shoes aren't feeling good, your attitude changes towards exercising. So that's why we like to start at the bottom. It's like a building. If your foundation is set, as we go up, it's just going to get better. So we try to bring it all together.
Yeah, we want to give you that penthouse experience.
There you go.
Maybe not penthouse. That might be the wrong term. So Cleo, I want to thank you. Obviously, we are now in full production of the podcast. It's going to go live in October. So I want folks to stay tuned. Remember to check your emails, right, Cleo? Because we'll get updates on what's happening with the podcast. And of course, you're going to have some fantastic guests. Some other market leaders are going to be joining you, some of our female leaders in the company. And then, of course, you've got a lot of brands lining up to talk.
Yes, we do. It's going to be great. I think it's going to be very much needed in this area and in our industry. And I think women will appreciate it and welcome it. So it's exciting.
Absolutely. Everything from sports, fashion, wellness, topics that women care about and are passionate about, but it's all to empower. And I'm going to just reiterate that you don't have to settle.
That's right. I like it.
All right. Well, Cleo, I want to thank you for spending the morning with us. I know you're busy. You've got a lot of things to do with a lot of brands and, of course, running a great market for us in Greensboro. I want to thank you. You have a great day. I'll give you back the rest of your day.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, of course, I always have fun with Cleo. I hope that came across. She's fantastic. I love working with her. I love being in the new offices with her. And I'm very excited for the new podcast, as I see some folks in our comments are very excited. So I want to say good morning to Katie Beckstram of the Stay Stranded fame that we shared on one of our previous shows. Be on the lookout. By the way, Cleo is activated and she's met with the Beckstrands to talk about Stay Stranded with Omega Sports. So you heard it here first. So some good things are coming that way for that fantastic brand. If you haven't checked them out, all you have to do is go to their Instagram, which I believe is at stay.stranded. Just check them out on Instagram. You guys will fall in love with the brand. You'll fall in love with the shirts, I promise you. And then, of course, I want to say, hey, Diane, love to see you on here. Good morning. She put out there, great job, Cleo. Of course, she's a huge Cleo fan. And Diane, I know that you want me to make sure that everyone knows that I need to remind everyone for their faster rewards. So let's make sure, Diane, that we tell people about faster rewards once again. So if you get your email from Omega Sports, if you're shopping in Omega Sports, our Active Play experts will let you know about our Mega Rewards, which I like to refer to as fast rewards because we actually made these rewards happen faster for our customers. And we're the only ones in the industry that are willing to do that. So the way it works is that you get $5 rewards on every 50 points you achieve in your spend. What are points? Every dollar you spend. So that's basically $5 rewards for every $50 you spend. And sometimes we double those rewards like we did this week. In your email, we've got double rewards on all of our orthotics because we definitely want to make sure that we're having the right conversation beyond just the footwear, that we talk about the orthotics or the insoles that go in your shoes to make sure that you have an individualized experience of comfort and performance for your shoe. So we double the points. So instead of the $5 rewards on every 50 you spend, you're actually for insoles going to get $10 on every 50 you spend. So as Craig Carlock, our CEO, liked to mention to all of our Active Play experts, that means if you happen to be buying insoles, and let's say you bought a couple of pair because you own a few shoes, and your spend on insoles went above that $50 threshold, you're actually going to get a coupon that says you've just earned $10 of Mega Rewards that you can use on your next purchase. So those insoles just got you $10. So that's the way it works. So I wanted to make sure that I I reminded everyone about that because I definitely want you armed with all the information and all these great cookies that we like to bake over here at Omega Sports that you can go ahead and chew on and enjoy. So Diane, I saw your name up there and I remembered we had great conversations about our Mega Rewards, and I know you want to let all your friends and family and all of our customers know that is something that you can only get at Omega Sports. And by the way, that's not just in the stores, that's online as well. So if you are shopping online and you love all the great colors and styles and sizes that are available online, you too will get your fast rewards. All you have to do is just go online, register, and you'll be entered into our Mega Rewards program. All right. So I want to thank Cleo for joining us today. She's obviously very busy. Great tips. I saw some love in our comment section on all the great tips that she provided. Our head of apparel, we're super happy to have her kind of taking the charge of where we're going with apparel, making sure that we've got not only things that look good, but they actually perform well. And we are educating our customers on the right choices when they're continuing to stay active, because that's the goal. We want you moving more, we want you playing more, and we want you running more. And then, of course, we always want to thank our friend over at True Motion Therapy. That's Dr. Clay Sankey, who gave us a great rockin' wellness share today. We appreciate his time. So, of course, you can go to truemotiontherapy.com to learn more about what he has to offer in the South Charlotte market. Of course, you can also follow him on Instagram at True Motion Therapy. You guys, it's been a great show. I want to thank everyone. Thanks for joining us. And again, if you didn't catch us live, don't worry. Or if you did catch us live, like the video, share it with your friends, or let folks know that all they have to do is go to our Facebook video page and you can watch all these great videos. All right. You guys have a great day. Make sure you check your email. We've got great news coming up. Even next week is going to be an even better week. So make sure that you check your email and enjoy your weekend here. I wish you guys all the best. Enjoy.